Hi friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I have an order today from the Pinky Elephant. I've never ordered from them before, but I've been wanting the new Kaweco, and they had some inks that I wanted to try. So I placed an order and it arrived quickly. I'm really happy with how everything came packaged. It was very secure and super cute. So I'm going to unwrap this and open the pen and we'll kind of just get right in. I will be swatching the inks that I received, and we may choose one to ink this pen up with. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so it came wrapped in this super cute little paper that says Pinky Elephant on it. And then it also has this little outer wrap that's like rainbow, really pretty sort of vellum paper. It says Pinky Elephant Mini Ink Set, 5 colors. And then inside we have, this is in collaboration with Tag Stationery and Pinky Elephant. These are exclusive inks. So it came like this, and it says mini ink set. Oh, and they're swatched on top. How pretty. So it has the colors, and then let's see what this says. So it says, inspired by the vibrant spirit of our home city, Los Angeles, this 5 ink color set is a tribute to its everyday beauty, from golden oranges and dusky sunsets to the deep shimmer of the Pacific. So we have 5 inks that we'll be trying. And then I received this is the new Kaweco light green. And I kind of wasn't going to get this, but I have been wanting it. I love green, but the iridescent on this is just so pretty. I got it with a fine nib. I love that color. They usually ship with a cartridge, so this is a blue Kaweco cartridge. I just generally don't use those and use my little mini converters that work perfectly with these. So maybe we'll go with the green, but let's swatch these and we'll see. Maybe. I also, I think, are these freebies maybe? So there is their business card, and I will have them tagged down below. Little thank you card. And then there is this is like the general little book that comes with the Kaweco. And they usually send a sticker as well. And then also a Pinky Elephant sticker. That is really pretty. And then the last thing that I ordered, I thought these were adorable. They are the Pinky Elephant swatch cards. I thought there were more in here. It says Pinky Elephant and Thousand Skies, but it looks like there's only 12 and there are 6 designs. So these are similar to the ones that you can get from like Wearingeul, where they are like, they have a design that is kind of embossed on there so the ink won't stick, and you paint over it. Oh, these are cute. Oh, how stinking cute. I don't know that you guys can see these, but they're adorable, and they have like books and fountain pens and ink bottles. I'm excited to use those. But it came with 12, 2 of each design. All right, so I think we'll just go ahead and jump right in, swatch these inks real quick and see what they look like on paper. I have my inky journal here. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp. I'm trying to remember to use my things. So today is the 17th. These did arrive yesterday, but I haven't really had time. Let me find something to put under. And then we can just clip it and hold it in place. All right, so stamp. Oh, well, that's okay. Do I have like black? I think this has black ink in it. That's okay. All right, so we will just be swatching these. I think I'm just going to go in order, and I'm just going to kind of lay them out on the page a little bit. Let me get this out of the way. So yeah, I think I'm just going to kind of do some swatches. So I'll be using my Hokoro brush dip nib and my Kakamori glass nib. I love this thing so much. So we will be using both of those to swatch everything. So let's just start. Doesn't look like they're named on the bottle, which let me find that little paper. What did I do with it? Here it is. Okay, so they are in order in the box of what is on this little paper. So I'm just going to write down what each of these are. But yeah, I wish they were labeled. I'll probably go through and label them because I doubt I'll keep them in this box. I think they were, are they 5 mil? They look like 5 mil, but I don't see anything on any of the packaging that states how much. But they look like the 5 mil little samples that I get from so-and-so, except they don't have the little pipette on top. But that looks like about the size for a 5 mil, and they look full. So we'll just, yeah, get started. Oh, they have like a little stopper so they don't leak. That's really nice. It's just kind of laid on there, but I'm sure it just kind of tightens when you put the lid on. Very pretty. It is a little light, lighter than I thought it was going to be, but that may just be from the added water from the swatch. And this one is called Dusky Sunset. I don't think I'm going to write the name on every one of them. I should have wrote that at the top. It's a really pretty color. It looks better in the writing, I think, just a little darker. See on here, it's really dark, so I'm not sure what they swatched those with. Next up is Citrus Heat. Oh, that one is nice. I really like that. And this one's kind of a orangish red. So this is Heat. Just add some little sparklies around it. I really like that one. I like them both actually. I'll have to put the Dusky Sunset in a pen and see. It's just a little light, but in the writing it seems to come through okay. Okay, next up we have, this one is Pacific Gaze, and it is a shimmer. That one is very pretty. I still think I got a little bit too much water on my dip nib. That one's really nice. Very saturated. What good is swatching if you can't, you know, show a little bit of mess that you've gotten on yourself? It never fails. I always do. Okay, next up is Coffee Brown. I love a good brown. This is what it looks like on the top. Oh, I really like that brown. That's beautiful. Oh, out of frame. Sorry about that. Okay, last up we have the green, which is generally my favorite. It is my favorite color. So it is called Palm Green. My cat is like licking behind me. Sorry if you hear that. Oh, no, he's not. He's laying on his back on the chair with his legs scratching the armrest. He's so silly. That's a really nice green. Kind of reminds me of, maybe is it Peter Moss? I'll pull out my samples in a minute and see, or not my samples, my swatch book, and see if I have anything kind of close to these. Okay, let me get out my swatch book while these are drying and see if we have anything kind of similar. I don't have my samples swatched in here, just my bottles. So, but we can kind of flip through and see what we've got. So blues. Let's see. I don't think I have anything close to that blue. It's more of like a kind of a dustier color. Yeah, I don't think I have anything. Diamine Eau de Nil. It's a lot darker and more green. I didn't do a really good swatch of this. The Kobe Writing Labs that one right there. But it kind of has that similar tint. It's still not right, but that's probably the closest that I have. Yeah, I don't see anything else that is similar. Browns. I don't think I've swatched a lot of my newer stuff. This one's kind of similar to sesame oil, maybe a little darker, especially in the writing. Yeah, I think that's probably the only thing that I really have that is similar. Greens. The only thing that, yeah, Peter Moss kind of pops out at me, and maybe like Alt Gold Grün. No, Peter Moss is, it has the red, let me zoom out so you can see this. It has kind of the red sheen. The color is similar, but yeah, Alt Gold Grün is a little more yellow. Japanese Tea Ceremony is a little more maybe blue leaning. Outback Forest is probably the closest. Yeah, I think that one's pretty close. So if you have that, it's very similar to the Palm Green. I think the Palm Green, though, in the writing is darker. I don't think anything else comes close to that one. And then what we have, orange and pink. Orange, I was thinking maybe, where is it? Afternoon Tea is kind of what I was thinking, because it has more red, but it's more red than the Citrus Heat. Maybe the Diamine Autumn Oak is similar. It's a little darker. I think the Citrus Heat has a little more orange. Dominant Industry Earl Grey Tea. Yeah, I've got several that are similar, but not quite. And then we'll look at the pinks. So it's kind of a pinky purple. Strawberry Chocolate, it's darker. Wearing Gold Purgatorio is not, I mean, I think it's got more like of a yellowish tint. Let's look at the purples, because I kind of overlap pink and purple. There, some of them lean a little more one way or the other. I have a lot of purples. But that one's just kind of a more dusty. Oh, did I skipped one. I think, yeah. Yeah, no, I think that one I don't really have a lot that is close. I have a lot of pinks and a lot of purples, but I think that one's kind of different. I definitely want to put that one in a pen. I wonder, I could put that in there. The green would look really nice though. What do we have for the month? Let me look at my currently inked. I know we're like nearly through April, but I don't really have an orange. I don't have a dark green. I think I'm going to do the Palm Green. I think it just looks really nice with that iridescent light green. So let me grab a converter and we'll fill it up and test it out. So I have like a whole little thing of these converters. I bought a bunch of them when they said they were discontinuing because I really like this size and I got them for a really good deal. So I like this one specifically, the pull. I'm not a huge fan of the foldable. I have, I think, 3 of those, but I just really like using this one. It's just so easy to use and I use it in pretty much all of my pens. So I'm going to show you kind of how I ink, and it's not always, but I have different ways depending on the pen that I'm using. White, clear, those types of pens. I don't really like to stick the nib down in any of my pens just because I don't want it to stain this part of the section. So I tend to either syringe fill, or if I can, just stick the converter down in and then pull the ink up that way. So we got like a little more than half the converter full. And then I just pop the converter in. And then I dip my nib down just slightly to kind of prime the feed. And that way I don't have to worry about it staining my section. I should have bought the clip. I have a few of them, but I don't really have a lot. I should have picked one up when I picked up the pen. Okay, so let's just do a little quick writing sample. And I think this one's just labeled as light green. They don't really say on the boxes, but I think that's what yeah, it's just listed as light green. Oh, it's a Kaweco Lunar Sport. Light green with a fine nib, and it is tag Pinky Elephant Palm Green. Schmidt nibs never really disappoint. They're usually pretty good writers, wet. They don't really cause any problems. QC is usually really good. I don't think I've ever gotten a pen or a nib from Schmidt that wasn't like tuned great when I got it. But it's such a pretty pen. I'm glad I picked it up. I really wanted the green one, but the dark green, but I think it's too similar to my aluminum green, and I love that one, so I really didn't see the point in having both. So I don't have anything iridescent like this one, so I decided to pick it up. I love it. I think it's a really pretty pen, but that is pretty much it. Let's stick down the stickers. Put this one up here. And then I'm going to put the Kaweco sticker down here. I was always bad about hoarding stickers, and I have more stickers than I can ever use. So I really try, if I get them from a company, to go ahead and stick them down when I do like the new pen days. So I have them in here, and I like that. It looks really nice. So these are really good inks. I'm happy with them. I'm excited to try to put this one in a pen. It does remind me of something. Is it maybe like Squirrel? Is it Squirrel Brown or something like that from Robert Oster maybe? I have a sample of that somewhere, and I think it is, I don't know that I did. Yeah, I did my Robert Oster. Nope. So Dusky Pink is not. Wow, that one like feathered really bad. I love doing these little bean shapes. I know I have that one. Maybe I used it all. But I've been trying to swatch out my samples like this. So any samples I have, that way I kind of have some kind of, that was just something I was messing around on. Nope, I don't have it down, but I know I have that ink. I have a sample of it somewhere. So maybe it's just, Whispers of Twilight is kind of similar in the color, but this one has shimmer in it. That one is kind of similar, but in the writing, I feel like this is much more pink. And this one is more like darker, purpley leaning. Next one is just blacks. So yeah, I'm happy with this order. Like I said, it came really quick, maybe a week or less from when I ordered it. Put the little cards up here. Yeah, everything was wrapped really well and came protected. I'm really happy with this order. I can't wait to use these, but like I said, I thought there were more. So since there's only 6, I may be kind of selective on what I use on them. I don't know. I may try to do like a project or something like that and just put some special inks on those. They're so pretty though. So, all right, I think that's going to be it. You'll have to let me know down in the comments if you have picked anything up from Pinky Elephant and what you think about these inks. Are any of them like really calling to you? I wanted to see if I could show the shimmer in that Pacific Gaze. I don't know if it's coming through. It's kind of hard to catch. It's just very subtle shimmer. And it's blue. It's pretty much the same color of the ink. But it's really pretty. So you have to let me know what you think. All right. I think that's going to be it for this one. I hope you are doing well wherever you are. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.